But I can tell y'all, I don't have one guy friend that haven't want to smash. Like, why can't we just all be mutual friends?
Beats. Yeah, I'm on set ready. Blessings on blessings, you're coming.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sana Segba, the one and only. Yes guys, I'm Liberian. I know you can hear it in there. So now you're gonna try to fake this series. But anyhow, just because we have a different audience, we're gonna try to fake it till we make it. So guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Sana Segba. If you're new, welcome. If you're old, welcome back. If this is your first time seeing my content, if you love what I post, if you like this video, you're gonna like the rest of my other content. So if you do like this video, go back and watch my old videos and get to know me. Let's connect. Like, share, and subscribe. Let's get to know each other. Comment also. Let's chat. So tonight, I'm gonna be talking about an important topic. It's gonna be a story time, but it's like something that is very important and the situation, like getting into a fight. That's a fight, but everybody experience differently. So I would not come on the internet to get no clout. This is not for like, oh, she trying to get views or none of that stuff. This is real life. This is something that happened to me, and not just one time. It almost happened 2 times. So this is not no joke. This is not something I'm playing about. This is real life. This is something that happened to me. So it's not a joke. But I will make it into a story time just for us ladies. Mainly, the whole of this video is for me to send a message to us women to be careful when it comes to situations. Be careful. That's the whole purpose of this video, and to bring awareness to the whole situation. Let me start by saying I came to America in 2006. At that time I was 11, almost 12. I was almost 12. And back home, if you're from West Africa, and even like in Africa, especially on the west side, there is always war and stuff, and a lot of brothers and sisters. At certain time we were all apart from each other, but at certain time we were with each other. So let me start by saying, when I was back home, I was like 8, 9. I have been raped before. Yes, I said it. I have been raped before. I don't know which one of my family members gonna see this. I probably gonna get some phone call in the morning, because this is personal. It's not something I should be sharing, but it's an incident that happened again. That's why I'm sharing this whole video. But yes, when I was back home, when I was younger, I had been raped before by a family member. Okay, this family member was a blood family member that was like, that's family. So if family can do that to you, you can only imagine what other people would do. So I'm not going to talk about that no more. Let's move on. When I'm in the United States, that's where the story time come from. So let's just take it back real quick, just to bring awareness to rape in Africa right now, especially West Africa, Liberia. There's still a lot of rape cases that are going on every day. Like, I be on YouTube, I be watching these things because it's very traumatizing. You don't know how this stuff can affect people, because this really do have a long-term effect on other people. You don't know how people can mentally deal with this stuff. People can really commit suicide. It can cause a lot of health issues, and that's one of the topics that is not really get talked about that much, because it's very sentimental. It's like personal. People don't really want to talk about it. So it's one of those taboo topics. Yeah, it happens, but everybody experiences things different. So I would never come on the internet and be like, somebody else experienced, oh, it didn't happen like that, you should be fine because it happened to me too. No, that's not the case. Everybody reaction is not the same thing. So I understand that, and we all was born and raised different. So forward into America, that's where the story time begins. So let me give it a backstory. So I was, back in the days, I was in a relationship or whatever, and I have a friend that her sister was dating somebody. Okay, so what name we gonna give this person? We're gonna name him Bob. That's because of the video. I don't want to say too much. So we're gonna name the person Bob. So my friend's sister is dating Bob, and Bob don't live in this state that we live in. Bob live out of state, but Bob will always come down here to see my friend. We was like really close friends. Like, we was together all the time. Like, we still be together all the time, but when Bob came around, we was always still together. So when Bob came, he was dating her sister. So we would all hang out. We would all go out. Mind you, in this setting, it was all of us. Bob, the sister he's dating, the sister's sister, my person at that time, we would all hang out. So it was nothing out of content. So Bob will come. Like, we went out like two, 3 times. We all went out together and we will all hang out. So I never saw nothing out of content with Bob. But Bob have a child that is now basically the same age as my child. So when Bob would go back to wherever state he came from, when he hit me up, he'll be like, hey, how, I think his child and my child was like a day apart from each other when it comes to like the birthday. So it's like, that's something common for you to talk about, especially when it comes to the kids. Hey, how you doing? How is the family? You know, that's basic conversation. So that's what's my relationship with Bob. Fast forward, future tense. Bob and my friend's sister had broke up, but Bob, when they was dating, me and Bob will always keep in touch, but it's not nothing out of content. Our conversation have never been out of, oh, hey, no, there's nothing been none of those. It was just, how's the kid? How's this? How's life? You know, just the basic normal stuff. And y'all keep going by your business. That was that. So when Bob and my friend's sister broke up, Bob was coming back down here. During this time when Bob was coming, me and my person had already broke up too. So Bob and his person broke up, me and my person broke up. But me and Bob had never had no conversation where it's like, ooh, you're single, I'm single, let's mingle. No, there was none of those type of conversation. So let me just say that. So Bob came down. Bob had came down before. That weekend I couldn't go out. But then he went and came back again. So on that weekend, he was like, hey, I'm back again. We should link up. But when he came this time, he came for a funeral, okay? I'm like, all right, I'm off. I'm the type of girl, okay? If you invite me out, I'm coming. And I'm coming looking good, okay? I think that can be taken out of content. I don't know if is it because I'm a woman? But it can be taken out of content. But if you invite me out, I'm coming. And I'm going to look good, okay? I love dressing up. I love looking cute. I love looking like usually I'm a man. But when I get an opportunity to look like a woman, I'm taking it. So it was one of those. So Bob was like, I'm in town. Let's link up. I was like, let's link up before I go back to my state. I was like, sure, I'm off. What's up? This is not my first time hanging. This would be the first time me hanging out with Bob by myself without my peers and the other people. So let me give y'all that scenario. But I didn't take nothing out of context because I feel like I know Bob. We all hung out multiple times. We all been around each other. So we cool. That's what I thought. So Bob came. He came to a funeral. The funeral he came to was around my house, but then his hotel was like downtown, and the club we was going to was downtown. Okay, let me give y'all the scenario. So Bob is at a funeral. The funeral house is like right down the street. It's like a church down the street from my house. So that's where he was going to the funeral. But the club we was going to was downtown, and hotel was downtown. So when Bob came around my way, he was like, all right, I would just pick you up, then we can go to the club. I was like, all right, cool. So when Bob picked me up, I was ready. It was like, oh, you look nice. You know, like a guy telling me I look nice, I don't take it out of context because it's like, that's just a compliment. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're like, ooh, you look sexy, you look fine. Now that's different. But somebody saying, oh, you look nice. I'm like, oh, thank you. And we keep it pushing. That was that. I got in the car. Me and Bob is talking. We having regular, whatever American people call it, conversation. We talking. Hey, how you doing? How's school? How work? You know, the basic keeping up with life stuff. So we talk. So Bob was like, oh, we're back. He was like, hey, let me go to the hotel real quick. Because he had all black on, like funeral clothes, like all black. So he was like in suits and all that stuff. He was like, hey, let me go to the hotel and change my clothes so we can go to the club. I was like, sure. Me, I'm not thinking nothing out of content, okay? It's Bob. What can happen? Mind you, my mind didn't even go to what can happen. I was just like, okay, he just gonna go change his clothes. So we went in the garage. He parked the car. He was like, oh, you can just come sit and wait for me. I was like, all right, cool. So guys, I followed this man to the hotel room, okay? Me, went with Bob for Bob to change his clothes. That was the deal. Bob changed the clothes. We get in the car. We go to the club. That was the deal. So I'm like, all right, I'm not thinking nothing out of content. Mind you, he had never crossed the line. So I'm not, maybe he never did, guys. He never did. So I'm not even gonna go there. He never did. Our conversation was always regular. If you can even find a thread of conversation, I would try to post them. But his name won't be Bob on there. So I don't know how that would work. But yeah, so we went in the hotel. Y'all know how the hotels is, right? You know how when you walk in the hotel, imagine you walk in, the bathroom is right there and the bed is always in the back. So we got in. I went straight to the bed to sit down. So Bob was in the bathroom changing. That was the deal at the end of the day. So he's changing, we talking. So he like had his tank top on and his pants. So he came over, he was like, let me see a picture of your son real quick. So I was like, okay. So I showed him a picture of my son. So in the process of he seeing the picture of my son, he saw a regular picture of me, like me doll up. He was like, oh, let me see that picture. But I didn't want him to go through my phone because it's my phone. I have personal stuff on my phone. So I was like, nah, you good. So he tried to like get the phone from me, like to tussle with me for the phone. I'm like, yo, give my phone. So he handed me back the phone, which was like, okay, cool. So Bob went back in the bathroom to change his clothes. We still talking. Mind you, I'm sitting on the bed. And I didn't describe Bob to y'all. Bob is very tall. He used to play football when he was in high school. So he's built, okay? And I'm short. When I tell you I'm short, I might look tall on the internet, but I'm very tiny, okay? So, I'm tiny. So Bob is very tall, huge, used to play football. And me, tiny me. So Bob come out of the bathroom with his birthday suit. You know what birthday suit is, right? Birthday suit. Butt naked. So Bob walked up to me with his swinging back and forth. So I'm like, can you please go put some clothes on? He was like, oh, let me see the phone. I'm like, why you want to see my phone? He's like, give me the phone. So basically he was butt naked and tried to like tussle with me for my phone. Sir, balls. Scoot back, please. So this man's like seriously like on me, like literally on me. So like I scoot back. Okay, mind you, I was sitting on the edge of the bed like this, right? So he's in front of me. So I scoot back on the bed. So he tried to like grab me. Like he tried to make it seem like he's fighting for my phone. But he's butt naked. So he tried to reach for me. I keep pulling back. So I was like, you know what? Why am I even fighting this man for a phone? Take the phone. I don't care, it's a phone. So I give him the phone. Now he don't want the phone no more. I'm like, I'm confused. So I push all the way back in the corner. That's how the hotel is too. That's crazy. So I push in the back of the bed, right? So he tried to like come around me. So I try to jump on the other side, like on the other side of the bed to go out. But then he swing and grab my leg. I'm like, Bob, what are you doing? What's going on? So he pulled me. This man had me on the wall, guys. Like my legs were not even touching the ground. No feet, no hands. This is not funny. This is a real life story. So Bob had me on the wall, okay? Bob had me on the wall, 3D in my face. He was like, oh, tell me you don't like me? I'm like, Bob, I have never looked at you like that before. He was like, tell me you don't like what you see? I'm like, I'm not even looking. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get out of here. It's like, oh, tell me you don't. Mind you, this man is like 3D in my face. My feet is not even touching the ground. I don't even know what the ground is located. If he dropped me right now, I don't even know what I would be landing on. So Bob had me on the wall, breathing like, tell me you don't like what you see. You know what you came here for? I'm like, Bob, I came for you to change your clothes so we can go to the club. I was like, Bob, I really came for you to change your clothes so we can go to the club. Like, he was like, oh, don't tell me you don't like what you see. Look, I'm like, Bob, I don't look at you like that. I don't see you like that. And he's like, in my face. I'm like, Bob, do not do what I'm thinking. Anything out of this, sir, I will yell. I will call the cops. I'm like, Bob, please pull me down. Pull me down. Oh my God. This is not even funny. Like, I might be laughing because I have found my way to deal with it. But this is real. So I'm like, Bob, pull me down. Bob was like, look at me. Look down and tell me you don't like what you see. Bob, I don't see shit. I'm like, can you just pull me down? He was like, would you talk to me if I put you down? I was like, no, I want to get out of here. He was like, no, I've been liking you every time that I saw you. I'm like, yo, how you like me? Anyhow, Bob stared at me. I'm like, Bob, if you rape me, I will call 911. If you touch me, I will call 911. Like, literally, I do not care what was. So he thought about it. When I tell you this man was butt naked, why he had me on his wall thinking about if he should pull me down or not. I don't know what's going on through his head. Bob pulled me down. He went back to the door. Testicle swinging. Balls. I'm like, Bob, can you just get out of the way? I just want to go home. He was like, oh, tell me you don't like what you see. I said, Bob, I don't see you like. He was like, if you don't see me like that, why you always talk to me? I was like, I'll just talk to you because that's what normal people do. We talk. More of the story is, I could have got raped again for the second time. But whatever went in through Bob's head that decided for him to pull me down. I don't know if I was the first woman he ever did this with or the last. I feel sorry for whatever women that are out there gonna be dealing with this Bob, because I can't say his name. But yeah, so I left my phone with Bob. I went in the lobby. Damn, this is why knowing people's number out of your head is good. So I was downstairs in the lobby. Bob came. I almost just got raped by Bob. And you know, shorty, Captain Silver Ho, came to my rescue. She was like, I'm coming. And she came to come get me. So that was the story, how I almost got raped for the second time. So I know I was smiling in that video, like me explaining that is just, I have dealt with this. This happened like, I would try to post a video or a picture of what the date was. Probably like 2 years now. 2 years now? Yeah. About 2 years now. So I have had time to deal with this. So I'm not on the internet making a joke out of this, because this was a serious situation. If I could have been raped in that hotel, imagine if I go tell somebody, oh, I walked to a guy hotel room, I went in the room with him and I got raped. Who you think would believe me? Who? A grown woman get out of her house, go to a hotel with a man and get raped? Who gonna believe that? Nobody. So after that, moving forward, I have decided, because I'm one of the girls, I have guys friends, okay? I used to have this thing, I was like, me and girls don't get along, it's usually me and guys. But what my brothers had taught me is, because you are a woman and you look at a man as a friend, yeah, he might call you a friend, but the opportunity ever present itself, he will take it. So not because you think somebody is your friend, you're thinking you're their friend. Because if push come to shove and you get naked, that friend it will stand up, okay? So at the end of the days, I know ladies will always be like, oh, me and girls don't get along. I know girls, it's too much drama. And with guys, you gotta be careful. Ladies, girls, little girls, bigger girls, no matter what the age is, please be careful. That's the moral of this story. There's really people out there raping people, okay? This is not a joke. So that was my story. If you feel like you can relate, post, comment, share, and tell me what you think if a situation like that have happened to y'all. That was my rape story, okay, guys? Thanks for watching. Bye.
Yeah, beats.